Hello everyone, in this video we'll create this logo and put it in a 3D environment. You will see wherever I click in this section. Once you open Blender, A to select all, X and delete. 1 for front view, Shift A, image, background, YouTube image. Go to overlay, grid, untick the grid. Go to filter, selectable, activate this and deactivate the selectable. So we lock the image in place. Shift A, mesh, plane, add plane, align to view, tab for edit mode, M for merge, add center, so all the vertices merged into one, G to move this vertex, G and align it here, E for extrude, X to slide it in the X-axis and move it here. Select both of them, E, Z to move it down. Now you need to activate the X-ray, toggle X-ray, so you can see through the new object. Select these, E, X, move them here. Select these, E, X, move them here. Select these, E, Z, and move them here. And now we will trace the outer shape. And to do that, we'll press E to extrude and left mouse click, E, left mouse click, and repeat the same thing over and over until you reach this point. Select these two and press F. Now we need the same number of vertices in the inner shape. E to extrude, place it here, E. A to select all to visualize what we did. Select these two and press F to fill with faces. We need to go further. E, left mouse click, E, left mouse click, and do it again. Select these two, F, 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 F. We need one more. And select these two and press F. Now select these two and press F, F. So let's move to the lower part. Select this one and create the outer shape the same way. Okay, E and left mouse click. There is another way if you like it, I don't know. So hold the control button and right mouse click wherever you want the next vertex to be. So you can see I'm holding the control button and right mouse click. Select these two, F, 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 F. You can readjust if needed. E. Okay, so now we're done with the E. Select any vertex and hold shift, press D. That will duplicate the selection. And press E, put it here, fast forward. Now instead of repeating the same thing for the inner part, we'll select the whole thing, hold the shift D to duplicate the selection, escape G, Z to move it down, go to the pivot, active element, hold the shift button, deselect this and reselect it so it becomes the active element, S, X, X, Y. So most of the vertices are in place. You can repeat the same thing or you do them one by one and do whatever you like. Select these two or four and press F. Select these two, F, F, or just hold the F button. Now select these two, E, X. Now to align this perfectly with the other one, we need to activate this tool, Active Vertex. So I'll select this one GX, hold the control button and come close to this one and it will snap to it. So they are perfectly aligned now. Select these two, E, Z, come down, hold this, GX, repeat the same things. Now hold this, Shift D, move it here. Now instead of remodeling the U, just hover over it and press L. Shift D to duplicate. X. Let's model the O. Select the O. Shift D. S to scale. S. X. Deselect this and reselect it while our active element is selected. So scaling will be based on this. S. X. Let's move these. GX. GX. Okay. Select this and this, and select these two. Hold the F button. Now select these two, E, Z, M, center to merge them at the center. Hold these two, E, Z. Now change the pivot to bounding box, S, X. Select these three, F. Select these four, F, and do the same on the other side. Now your results should be something like this. Now we can move to the other shape. Tab for object mode, Shift A, mesh, plane, align to view, and make sure the X-ray is activated from here. Tab for edit mode, G, Z, G, Z. Make sure it aligns with the top and left. Come here to the pivot and make sure the active element is activated. Hold Shift, deselect this vertex and reselect it. S, Z, and align it with the bottom part. S, X, and align it to the other side. Right click, subdivide, and leave it at 1. Now select these and these X vertices. Select this one, hold Ctrl Shift B, slide the mouse and scroll. So we have this shape. Now align these vertices manually. Now hide the image so it doesn't distract us. Hide in viewport. Now we need a corresponding vertex here. Hold the control and R. If you scroll the mouse you will get so many, but we need only one. And we'll select these both and press J. We'll do the same thing here. Control R, place the mouse here, one click, and then the next will slide to here so it corresponds to this one, and press J. We need one more here. Control R and slide, J, Control R, J. Now select this vertex, Shift S, cursor to selected. Now we need the origin also to come to this place. And for that, tab for object mode, right click, set origin, origin to cursor. Go to modifiers, add modifier, generate mirror X and Y. Make sure the merge is ticked and apply. We need to merge this shape with the other one. So while this is selected, hold Shift and select the other one. Control J. Now they became one object. Tab for edit mode, A to select all, E to extrude, and type 0.3. Okay, deactivate the X-ray, and we have this shape. Select this vertex, Shift S, cursor to selected, tab for object mode, 1 for front view. Bring back the image from here. Reactivate the X-ray mode, Shift A, mesh plane, align to view, tab for edit mode, S to scale this way, and select these G, X, slide them here, select these G, Z, select these G, Z, and up, select these M, center. So you have this shape. Deactivate the X-ray, E, and just drag the mouse, tab to move to object mode, and while this is selected, hold Shift and select the previous one, Control J. Now all this became one object. In the modifiers tab, add modifier, generate bevel. The default one works well for me. Now before moving forward, we need an HDR image, and for that go to this website, Polyhaven, browse HDRIs, and select the one you want. I use this one. You only need to download it. I kept it at 4K and download. Once you have it, go back to Blender, render mode, and change the render engine to cycles. Now go to world, color, and this yellow dot, select the environment texture, open, I have it here. Now go to viewport shading. Now to add shadow, we need to add a shadow catcher. Hold the shift button, S, and cursor to world, shift A, mesh plane, just increase the size to 10. Now select our object, G, Z, and move it up. Select the plane and go to object visibility, tick the shadow catcher. Now go to shading mode to add color, reselect the shading. We will pick the colors from the YouTube image. So select the image from the drop down menu, select the YouTube logo, come to material, select the material from the drop down menu. In the base color, click the white bar, eyedropper, and point to any letter of YouTube and press. Now go to the plus, press it twice. So we have two materials. Select the first one, new, tab for edit mode. Hover the mouse here and press L to select only this part. Assign to the next material. Press on this bar, eyedropper, pick the red color. Deselect everything. We need to select this part. So hover near this vertex and press L. Come to the third material, new, and base color, eyedropper, this, and assign. Now as you can see, there is a white reflection coming from the shadow catcher. So we need to assign a new material to the shadow catcher as well. While the shadow catcher is selected, click on the new base color, eyedropper, and pick the color from the green grass. Now as you can see, the white reflection disappeared. Reselect this, select the first material, add metallic, reduce the roughness if you like, select the next one, do the same, and select the third one if you want this to be chrome. slide the metallic to the end and reduce the roughness as much as you want, right? So while this is active, control space to maximize this window, and we have this shape. And that concludes our video. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.